before we get into our engine assembly, we do have to do one quick repair here. See this? This is where the rear oil galley plug goes. Simple little brass plug that goes in there that I've upgraded. Used to be the original one had just, you know, a standard screwdriver slot. I'm upgrading to a Allen hex plug. And this is where it came out. Now here's a lesson in using power tools. This was my first experience with an impact wrench. Let me rotate here. First experience with an impact wrench. This plug here, for any of you that are going to work on a flathead, is notorious for being very difficult to remove. Well, don't use an impact wrench to try and remove it because it'll break the casting. That's what happened right here. Now, this got marked as an indicator when it got machined and serviced that, you know, that this is a spot where they weren't going to be able to fix. And I told them I'll fix it on my own. Now, I do still have some threads up in there. If you can see that, I still have some threads up inside. So it's okay. I can get this up in there. But what was recommended to me on Ford Barn, when I asked the question about it, they said, you know, just use some JB Weld or something like that, and it should be fine. It's not going to see a whole lot of pressure, especially since I have some existing threads. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that plug in there, and I'm going to put some JB Weld around it, try and recreate this casting, just, you know, give it a little bit more meat to stick in. But first thing I'm going to do, you'll notice that there's a little bit of paint on, so I'm going to remove that paint, and then I'm going to put the JB Weld in, and then we'll be done with that error on my part. Careful with power tools. Okay, so this is that liquid steel. It says to wear gloves, number one, and then thoroughly mix it up until it's a consistent color. Mix, playing with putty, fun, fun, fun. And then we're gonna put it in there, stick it in there, and make a little arts and crafts here. Try and replicate that piece of iron that I broke out. Ooh, kind of stinky. Ooh, smell that ammonia or whatever chemical is acting on. Ooh, smell-o-vision would be really good right now. You know, you could be experiencing this with me. Stinky, stinky, stinky. Smells kind of like those old, when people getting perms, going to an old hair salon or something. Okay, now I think that's thoroughly mixed. A little ball here, and then we'll stick it up here along it, get it pressed in, replicate that as much as possible, squish, harden, squish. Now hopefully this oil galley piece plug won't ever have to come out again, but you never know. Now, let's see how much of an artist I am. And cut out what isn't necessary. Get that razor blade. How's that? How's that look? Let me know in the comments. Am I a beautiful artist? I hope so. Certainly hated the feeling I experienced when I broke this. Thought I had completely destroyed, ruined the block just because of that one little thing. But thank goodness for the guys on the forums. They are very supportive and help me understand that, nope, this is not the end of the world, which is wonderful.